Hello viewers, and today ESR Cards will bring you yet another deck profile on another Bermuda Triangle deck. So this one, in case you can't tell by the starter, is Bermuda Triangle's Riviere build. So obviously this is starter, basic ride chain, ride grade 1, check for the grade 2 or 3 and add them to your hand. If not, move her back. And now on to triggers. Standard 4 heal. Playing flows instead of Timor because I am playing 3 Shuplu, so pretty much she becomes a 7k if she's around on the field. So I have some pretty okay combos with the whole calling triggers, I guess you could say. Next, another 3 crits, so 3 Shuplu and then 3 Flow Rider or Florida, whatever, into that rap gangster music son. 3 Heartful Ale Fundy, so she's our Margle clone, so put her into the soul, give 3k to another unit, and she's also a draw trigger, so that's good. And another 3 draws. Adria, Prism, Miracle, Adria. So basically 6 crit, 6 draw, 4 heal. No stands. Not like my other weird Bermuda Triangle deck. Standard 4 of the ride chain, grade 1. So pretty much if the grade 2 rides on her while the grade 0 is in the soul, you get to draw a card. So that's what this deck is all about, pretty much. Just like having a nice hand advantage, but also having magic numbers and hitting good stuff. And also she gets 1000 if the grade 0 is in the soul. 4 8k beaters, basic, nothing really better right now but them. Only 1 Blazer Idols. I think this is the alternate art, yep, because the other one kind of looks like a group of girls doing certain things. No, okay, I'm not that creepy, but yeah, only 1. She's kind of like she's a special card, I guess. Pretty much, if I can't get my 8k, she pretty much becomes an 8k booster, or even better, she fixes numbers. Like say you're hitting for a 19 on the rear guard, collar, 2k to the rear guard, now it's swinging for 21, hitting those magic numbers. So only run 1, because she's only base 6k, but she's still a pretty good card for what she is. 2 Sweet Harmony Mona. What she does is, when you call her, counterblast 1, and return a card on the field, or your field, to the hand. So pretty much if, like, for example, you call, like I said before, like Shuplu, and you call, I don't know, Flows. So Flows will be hitting for 7k booster, pretty good for a grade 0. But then she's just a 4k, so what you can do is just, I don't know, if you're lucky enough, call both. Hopefully you haven't gotten that pressure that you have to call triggers, but then you can just turn these 2 back to your hand. But that I've never done it. It's pretty much just a backup plan, I guess. But it does work well if you don't get the ride chain off and you call her to the rear, call, counterblast 1, you get another 10k shield in your hand. So that's always good to have some extra shields going on. Next is where is it? 1 Feluca. Not because of the art, but the skill can sometimes be pretty lucky. So her skill is Call, Soul Charge 1 from the top of your deck. But the only reason why I would use it is because, well, you can fish out triggers, I guess. But let's say you have the grade 2 of her on the Vanguard, but she's only a 9k. So you don't know, just call Feluca, Soul Charge the top. Oh look, it's Riviere. Now she's a 10, and then when you get the grade 3, you can use her skill and draw a card. But we'll get to her later when I'm done with the grade 1s. she can wait. Obviously two perfect guards, 0 shields. It's a pretty cheap deck, so once again, keeping it as cheap as possible. 2 0 shields. That's all you need in here because you'll have a pretty big hand advantage most of the time. Yeah, so that's that. For the grade 2 Riviere, her skill's the same as the grade 1. So when the G3 rides on top of her and you have her and the grade 0 in the soul, you get to draw a card. So yeah, like I said, nice hand advantage. Draw what you need, draw them zeros, draw whatever you need. So her, and obviously an extra 1k if the grade 1 is in the soul, regardless if the grade 0 is in or not. But it would be, unless you soul charged with Fuka. 2 Aqua, 2 10k beaters. Can play the Prism one if you want. I'd still prefer Aqua. 2 Flute. Her skill is if you have 4 or more Bermuda Triangle rear guard, she gets extra 3k. So she hits for 11, only on your turn, obviously. And the last grade 2 are 2 special intercepts. There's like nothing really better for this deck. I guess you could throw in 2 more Aqua or 2 more Flute, but it's good to have her just in case, because you know, guarding is good in this game. You know, you got to guard to win, in case you didn't know. So special intercept, if you have a Bermuda Triangle Vanguard, she has an extra 5k, guard for 10. But crap against like Vermilion and Lawkeeper, then she's just a wasted 8k rear guard, whatever. Here's an interesting thing, only 3 of the G3 could play 4 if you really wanted to for consistency, but I never seem to run into any consistency issues with this deck. So here's the boss card, 11k if you have the grade 2, and she has a Soul Saver Dragon type Persona Blast, so when her attack hits, Counter Blast 2, Persona Blast 5k to 3 rear guards. So you always want to attack with her first. That's why I don't run stands, because if you don't attack with her first, then you're gonna have like a used up column, which will get, one of them will probably get an extra 5k, but it'll go to waste. So always attack with her first. She's a good card for what she is, and she's quite cheap as well. I think not as cheap as my other other Bermuda deck, but she is still cheaper to build than the Cross Ride Pacifica or the Prism Heart Labrador. 3 Sedna, Counter Blast 1, get 3k. So that's pretty basic, extra good, make good numbers. Say put a 7k behind her, hit for 20, or put a 8k, hit for 21, good against 11k Vanguards. And you know, if you have something like, for example, alright, so you have her behind her, 16 against 13k Vanguards, it's a 5k guard, and that's annoying. Just flip one, then it's a 10k guard. So she's good fixing numbers, nothing, well, there are better things I guess, but this is a really cheap deck to build, and she's just a rare, so yeah. 1 Shining Singer Ionia, the only limit breaker in this whole deck, and she's a rare. Basic 5k when she attacks, 2k when attacking the Vanguard on rear guard. So there's her, and the last card is also sort of like a last resort card, which is Dancing Fan Princess Minato. So she's like a clone of Vasuki, so cross ride, and she gets extra 10k just cause. So she's pretty good for making those numbers. So she's hitting for 20 by herself, booster with an 8k, 28, 20k, that's a 20k guard against things like cross rides, like the Blood. How I'm hating that card so much, but yeah. So this deck's cheap, it's good. I can't decide which is better, this one or my other, I don't know what's better, this or my Bermuda Triangle deck, Aurora Star. So I don't know, build both, you decide, spend your money. It's not a waste, trust me. You'll have fun with this deck while looking at some pretty pictures. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I don't know, just wanted to share this deck with you. Leave suggestions for other decks as well. I probably already have them built, seeing as I have so much deckage. Oh well, you know, Bermuda Triangle would be in there. But yeah, just ask for something. Might have it. Might make a budget deck out of it. Whatever. I don't have a lot of money, so things like, oh please build me Link Joker. No, that's Chaos Breaker Dragon's like what, $47 in Japanese. So anyway, I'll look at your suggestions. I'll quit blabbling. So I'll see you next time. Out.